Market is open, baby. You gotta rename. Nah, you're D1 hater, Saf. D1 hater. There we go. Let's get a dumpy on the with the what's it called 30 seconds so we can see it hold below as well. Alligator is so tough. Alligator is a thing. I don't know. Alligator is like the temporary name for now. And then we'll figure out something else if we really want to change it. But for now, it's Alligator. Okay. Let's see this also dump on the 1 minute as or 30 second as well, because we're below the SMAs on all of these, which is solid. Let's see if we can break past these lows at least, and then pull back into the SMAs, and we'll be solid. I'm gonna take the first FEG since it's eval. Okay. We dumping. Also, yesterday's trade, I was looking back at it. It lines up perfectly with our momentum strat as well. On the 1 minute, we had a nice pullback and a what's it called? And momentum candle as well on the 1 minute. It's hard with those kids to trade with Ninja Trader. I mean, if you want to trade with Ninja Trader directly, then you gotta just use a chart trader that I showed you. I was almost sure to hit that WSC. Fire, bro. That's cracked. You had change window fast. That's why, yeah, that's why you gotta have multiple monitors. It's a little annoying with one monitor. Unless you have it open side by side. You just have to have the window open as you're about to get your setup, so you're active on it. Okay, now we're vibing. All I need is a pullback into the screen and the green and red SMAs, and we'll be chilling. Cut the whole long last line and keep fire, bro. Let's get this between the green and red SMAs without wicking the red SMA, and then closing out the green one, and then we'll get in. Looking at the opposite of you. What, you're looking for longs? I mean, if we chop, that's total. I'm okay with that. I'm not trying to predict what price is gonna do. I'm saying if we're gonna continue trending like this, I just want to see price go between the green and red line, and then give me a bearish play. This is 633, yeah. 3 p.m. is crazy. $2.35. Rita, are you what year are you gonna be? Or you're in high school? I'm in college. Wait, are you getting any long shirt? I'm looking for shorts, Donnie. I'm waiting for a price to go between this green and red SMA. Get in here, and then give me a black candle coming out. I'll get in. What do you guys call the education before college? I call it high school. I know some people say like what, secondary school. But yeah, Rita, make it so you don't get like your schedule is built around your trading window as well. Cause you can do that. I did that when I went to college. So yeah, it wasn't perfect, but I didn't make sure like I have the time to trade. Mine is in the morning at like 6 a.m. So I'm fine. Like classes aren't really up at 6. Classes don't really start at 6 a.m. I had my shit start at like 10 a.m. So I'll trade initially, but you can probably make it so you can go to class at like 9 to like 9 to 1 or whatever you need to, and then trade when you get home. You graduate high school Tuesday, WIQ. Bro, I was on to big boy moves now. News at 10 a.m. Oh yeah, we didn't even go over news. Let's see what news we got for today. So yeah, we got news at 10 a.m. Pending home sales. GDP this morning with unemployment claims. So we had GDP done. Now we have just home sales at 10 a.m. Probably not going to cause that big of a move, but so this is a new strat. It's basically momentum, but then the pullback has to be between the basically. But instead of just momentum, we take an entry off of any candle. So because that also removes subjectivity, so you guys don't have to worry about what is qualified as a candle or not. So it's any candle that closes out after pulling back between the green and red lines. Yeah, now we're just waiting for price to pull back between this green and red estimate, and then we'll have a setup. Staying patient. Oh, you finished your subscription? Bro, sign up with code Aro, bro. It'll give you like $6 off per month. Come on, bro. Give us a pullback. This thing just does not want to pull back all the way to the SMAs. As long as you're making strong trend, that's fine. We just got to make sure that we will end up falling into the pullback zone. Because we're below the 200 SMA on the 30-second and on the 1 minute and on the 5-minute too, but 5 minutes sloping up, which doesn't really bother me. But we're also below it on the 1 minute and the 30-second, which is fire. So yeah, we're just gonna wait for price to tap in between the green and red SMAs, and then we're Gucci for a bearish play. Okay. Pulling back a little bit. Great, never mind. Got pranked. Yeah, we have news at 10 a.m. in like 17 minutes, so we want to keep that in mind. Hey, yo, Saf, that looks bussin'. Is that chicken? Butter chicken. Is that butter chicken? Actually, yeah, I'm partly Indian. Oh, that makes sense. Hey, yo, Robert, that also looks that also looks gas. You got the sauce dripping down the side. All right, bro. Indian street food. Nah, Indian street food is actually crazy. Are you guys bullying my country? My country, I'm bullying you. I'm very much bullying you, buddy. Okay. Oh my god, bro. What the hell? Masala rat. Bro. They be cooking anything, bro. How you feel billion there? More than a billion? Dude, can we just pull back in between the green and red SMA, bro? Come on. We're just teasing us. Just having a very slow downtrend. What's a nan? Nans? It's bread? Oh. Yo, this looks fire. I want some nan. Get this with like a nice hummus dip or like a tzatziki dip. That'll be fire. Sad 4 W's today. We good? Let's go. W. Rip off shawarma. Kebab. Oh, kebab's on top, bro. Beef kebab, so far. And just steal more than. Every food is superior. Hunter. Talk to a mirror, bro. What's up, odd guy? Just okay. What? Odd guy, come on, bro. Market's open. Why are you like jerking your shit, bro? Thought that's a bot. Dog, you're supposed to be locked in on trading. Why are you beating your shit, bro? Come on. Lock in, twin. That was a joke? I don't know. I'm new to this strategy. What's the difference between the green and red SMA? So the green SMA, this indicator is based off of the Williams alligator. These are the settings for it. I only enable the teeth and the lips, the green and red. And the lips, which is the 8 SMA, that's going to be right here. The teeth, the 13 SMA, is going to be that one, 13, and it has an offset, meaning it's shifted to the right by a little bit. So it's a combination of the SMA with an offset, and it allows the SMAs to kind of follow the price action with a little bit of gap. And we want price to come in between this without breaking past the red SMA. And we want it to close past the green SMA, back outside the green SMA for us to look for a trade. Bro, what the? Dog. That's literally KFC from India, bro. Your algo settings. Zelko's property. Dude, why are we just holding below this SMA? Wait, isn't that a nice pullback? No, we wanted to go in the green and red SMAs. We might get it pretty soon, but we've been getting it pretty soon for a while. Between or just touching that green or red? No, I wanted to go between, which as long as it touches the green, that counts. It needs to just touch the green, but not touch the red. I think that could like explain it better. It shouldn't go past the red. It shouldn't touch the red at all. It can go touch the green, go a little past it, but it can't touch the red. News at 10. Yeah, we have news at 10. Okay. We've tapped in there. If we get a bearish candle out, I'll get in. We have news at 10 though, so hopefully this trade's not going to last us too long, but let's see what happens. Let's see if we can get it on this next candle, a closeout to the downside. Right now, I'm looking for a black candle closing out of this green SMA. That's all I'm looking for. Black candle closing out of the green SMA. If we tap that red line, that's no... Okay, we're out of that. We're not... I mean, we're not out of that, but we're not looking for a trade. We're out of the red SMA. So, we gotta need... Since we kind of closed past this red SMA, we're gonna need price to come back down, break this swing low, and then we'll get another pullback opportunity to take a trade off of. That's what we'll have to see. The red, see this is how it's more mechanical now. See, we don't have to wait for, okay, is this too big of a pullback, whatever. Waiting for the red SMA says, okay, we've hit our full like extension limit for our strategy to look for an opportunity. Now, since we've passed that point, we gotta wait for it to continue to move down and then go back for another move. Because look at that, instant stop loss on that candle. Amir has Packy Vision. What is Packy Vision? Well, they have good vision. You always wait for swing lows to get broken, right? Yeah, if the setup, if the pullback is invalidated, then I want to wait for the swing lows to get hit. So I want to wait for it to push past the swing low and then give me another pullback and then continue down. So, yeah, we probably won't get another setup until 10 a.m. I mean, you never know, but we probably won't get another setup until 10 a.m. And then we'll have to look for another opportunity then. After 10 a.m. because we have 10 a.m. news, which you guys should be careful of if you guys are trading. Got news in 5 minutes, baby. What if one chart go between the red and green to fulfill conditions? Will you enter? No, I don't trade off a 1 minute chart, Layla. That's a good question. I don't trade off the 1 minute chart. Just, I was testing it a little bit. I found that, like, me incorporating it, me mainly looking at the 30-second, and the for entries, I can only base it off the 30-second. But if I look at the 1 minute, I have to prioritize like probably the 5 minute SMA as well, more than I do now, because if I do the 1 minute, the only higher time frame I'm looking at is the 5 minute. So I need to make sure the 5 minute is probably aligning with it as well. But yeah, that's just for my testing. I didn't take too many trades with the 1 minute though. I only took like probably 30 something trades with the 1 minute, and I found it wasn't as consistent. But I was doing it a little different than how I would enter on the 30-second. On the 30-second, I care about the 30-second above or below, and the 1 minute below, and the 5 minute above or below the SMA. But I realized 5 minutes doesn't have that much weight, but I need to worry about 1 minute holding above or below the SMA, the price holding above or below. So if I was entering on the 1 minute, I'd want to worry about the 1 minute SMA sloping down or sloping up, and price holding above it or below it. And I want to see also the 5 minute price holding below it or above it. Like on the 1 minute, this would be an entry right here. Because we look like we're going to close out of that. So that's probably going to be an entry in the 1 minute. But we also have news at 10 a.m. So my girl said size doesn't matter. Bro, why is she lying, bro? She probably told you have the perfect size, the absolute perfect size. Size doesn't matter. FEG is still FEG, even if it's a 1 point hole. Wait, what? Are we talking about FEGs? The first FEG shit is crazy. First FEG. We didn't even hit the first fair value gap. This is the first fair value gap. Well, if you don't want to count pre-market, then this was the first fair value gap from only candles that were just open. Sorry, little one, it's crazy work. Okay, give us a dumpy and then a pullback. That'd be beautiful. We got 1 minute till news drops. Okay, so 10 a.m. news did absolutely nothing. We had fake 10 a.m. news. Again, we're looking for the same thing. We want price to dump past this swing low, pull back into the green area SMAs, and then that'll give us our move once we close out of that. So that's what we're waiting for. Okay, I'm also gonna go live on TikTok right now, just to have that. Okay. Choppy, yeah, I know. Pretty choppy. That's why we're gonna wait for the swing low to get broken before we look for any sort of setup. This swing low, break this, pull back, and then we get an entry. That's the most optimal entry close by. So you're looking for short? Yeah, I'm looking short right now. I have a bearish bias for as of now, because we got the 200 SMA. 200 SMA is how I identify using that. If price is below the 200 SMA and the SMA sloping down, that's a key indication that we should lean towards bearish, and vice versa to the upside. And I look at the 200 SMA on all multiple time frames too, the 1 minute as well, and the 5 minute too. But 5 minute doesn't really matter too much. I mainly care about the 30-second and the 1 minute. How can you charge for your Discord? I don't know. I don't have really plans for it, cause I only have the paid program, the mentorship program right now. I want you guys to see like the value you can get for the Discord. But if I see you guys like are bullshitting, maybe a lot of people start messing around and you guys aren't taking this seriously, then I might potentially charge for it. But we broke is crazy. You can't say the B word, bro. You can't give in to that. What's your win rate? 60 to 65%. What's your win rate with the new strat? Yeah, it's 60, like 2%. There you go. We broke the low. Now we can wait for a pullback continue. Yo, boys, can't think yet. Nah, Lee Walker, we're currently waiting for a setup right now. Average R 1 to 1.5. Or you could say just 1.5 RR. So now, perfect. We just want to pull back in between this green and red SMA, and then we'll hit a nice short. This played out on the 1 minute, but we had news. Yeah, this is an okay pullback on the 1 minute for the momentum trade. But yeah, we had news coming up in like 4 minutes after that. It also worked out for the alligator strat too, the AroGator, which is interesting to see. Asked Law out of market for a 1-to-1. Actually, this isn't too bad. I don't like whenever, let's say, our entry's here and our stop loss, for example, here, and then our TP is like all the way down here. Because you have to move a lot more past it. And this is like, this candle will be pretty big. But what strategy you use to trade break and retest? No, I use a momentum strategy and I use a pullback strategy. Pullback AroGator strategy. EMA estimate which one works better. There's neither one. There's not better. It's just preference. The SMA is smoother. The EMA puts more weight on the recent price action. So it's up to your preference and how your style and your strategies like purpose. Damn, pure black candles, bro. Pure BBCs to the downside right now. Oh yeah, I did more for the alligator strat. Okay. All we're waiting for now, pull back to the green and red SMA. That's it. Maybe we can get it now. Got our first green candle. Dump of doom. Yeah, we dumped pretty strong, so we're gonna need a little bit of a pullback here. Holo rallying. It's better to trade funded accounts. I like funded a lot more than live. I made a video just not breaking it down. Dude, to make 20K a month. Not every month, it's average. How's today's P&L? Nothing yet been blocked. We're still waiting for a setup. We're really close to it though. We had a nice dumpy. Now we're waiting for a pullback into this green and between this green and red SMA for us to get a setup. May just be a trend day down. I mean, that's fine. We'll get a pullback eventually. We had it here, but this one wicked it, and I don't want to take it if it's a wick. What price are you targeting for TP? For TP, I'm going to target the swing low. Explain the AroGator strat. So it's pretty similar to my other momentum strategy. All we do, we look at the 200 SMA on the main time frame we're trading on, which is the 30-second time frame. We see is price below it or above it. If it's below it, we're going to lean towards bearish. Now, since we're below it, is the SMA also sloping to the downside? If yes, great. That's set. Now, on the 1 minute, is price also below the 200 SMA on the 1 minute chart? If so, great. We're ready to look for a setup now. We want to see the SMA also slope down too, but we don't have to. If it slopes down, it'd be good. But once we have that determined as our bearish bias, all we wait for now is we wait for price to come back between this green and red SMA. This is the 8 and the 13 SMA with the offset from the Williams alligator indicator. We wait for price to go between these two moving averages and give us a black candle closing out. That'll be the perfect for us to get a bearish opportunity. Okay, we want to see price go and tap into this in between the green and red SMA and not touch the red SMA, and then give us a candle closing out of the green SMA. If it touches the red SMA, that invalidates it, meaning if it wicks it or closes past it, that invalidates the pullback, and we want to wait for like a continuation down before looking for another pullback. So it's a little similar to the momentum strat. 16, I want to be a day trader. Should I go full time with that? Don't go full time yet. I mean, you want to be a day trader, so there's no. How would you go full time? You don't even. You're just starting out. Watch some videos, put some work on the charts, and with time, you'll see your progress. But don't go full time yet with no progress. I think most pro traders trade continuations and trade reversals. Honestly, I think there's a balance of both. Because both are effective. You just need to understand the market environment that's helpful with that. I think, honestly, most pro traders trade continuations. But I do know also of some pro traders that trade reversals. What day MA are you using? So I'm using the Williams. Hey, yo, hold on. We just tapped into the MA line real quick. Lock in, twin. We just tapped in between the green and red SMAs. I'm gonna need a black candle closing out. That'll be valid for a setup. Okay, so let's stay cautious of that. Let's get a black candle closing down from here. But I'm using the Williams alligator indicator, and these are the settings I have for it. 21, 13, 8, 8, 5, 3. Yeah, screenshot that, but let's lock in now. Get a black candle out, going down. That'll be nice for an entry. You said it with this strat more common to see. Actually, it is, Nick. This, I think I had an average trade frequency of around 30 trades a day. Okay. See, we wicked. Okay, see, we're wicking past the red SMA. Done. Invalidates it. All we gotta do now is wait for a continuation back down, and then another pullback to enter. Because the reason we have this invalidation is once price passes this red zone, that means the pullback is too strong for us to look for a trade. So you see, if you guys are familiar with my other strategy, my momentum strategy, this is a lot more mechanical, which makes it easier to learn and implement. Before, it's hard to distinguish a good and bad pullback on my momentum strategy unless you had experience. But with this, if you don't have experience, you can easily tell by looking at the SMAs. If price touches this red SMA, that invalidates our pullback because it's too strong. We want price to go between the green and red SMA, which it did, but then it touched the red SMA. We want it to give us a candle closing out of the green SMA without touching the red SMA. So that invalidated the setup right there. Once our setup is invalidated, what we do next is we're like, okay, pullback is too strong. We want to wait for price to continue back down. It might not, but we want price to continue back down and then give us another pullback that doesn't touch the red SMA, and then we'll look for a setup now. So we want price to come down, break this low right here, and then pull back, and then get an entry off that pullback. You can show all your SMAs. So I use the 200 up here, the 200 SMA up here, and I use the Williams alligator here. These are the settings. Take a screenshot so you guys can add it as well. Valid on 1 minute potentially. I don't trade on the 1 minute with this Zabuza. If the wick hits it's invalid. Exactly. What's the success percentage? Are you trading longer than the first hour? Yeah, I'm trading the first 2.5 hours of market open. But I've seen it do. It does really well the first hour ish, and then it does well in the first 2 hours, and then it does a little worse, but it's still like pretty profitable the first 2.5 hours. Let's do an option. Is it hard to stick to the strat knowing your other one, or is it okay for you? No, I'm just prioritizing this one for now. Just because like I don't want to mix two different strategies all the time and confuse you guys a little bit here and there, but is the green candle considered lower high or not? This is considered like a minor lower high. A minor lower high. It's not a prominent lower high, but it's a mini lower high. This is a prominent lower high over here. But this, yeah. I wouldn't want to take this trade because on the 1 minute, this momentum candle on the 1 minute, because we broke kind of this minor lower high as well. So this is a lower high. Yeah, this is like a main lower high. This is like a minor lower high. Because it's not as like strong. But yeah, even though we ended up closing past the red SMA, we still pushed past the swing low, which is fine. It's exactly what we wanted to see. So we pushed back down, pull back. Now we want to see a tap into the green and red SMAs, and then we'll get a nice bearish setup from there. Sometimes my strategy, I hesitate which one to choose to break. Yeah, you have to test. That's something you'll have to test, Rita. Should you look at minor lows and highs, or incorporate minor lows and highs, or only look at the major? Took that, made 360. Firelin. W. I'm on the 30-second time frame, Isaiah. But yeah, that's what we're looking for. We want to see this come up. We broke past the swing low. Perfect. We want to tap into this pullback in between the green and red SMA. Perfect for a setup. Only y'all, give me 2 seconds. I'll be back. Hopefully we don't get my setup immediately. Give me 2 seconds. All right, no setup. Let's go. No setup yet. Now we've had a nice downtrend day. We're just not pulling back far enough for a tap into the pullback yet. Oh, actually, interesting. We did tap it here too, on the 1 minute as well. Down here. For a nice 1-to-1 on the 1 minute. Damn, we are very choppy on the 30-second. But still, I'm going to take the opportunity because if we tap in there, okay, we're tapped in. Now, all we need is a bearish candle closing out. Bearish candle closing out. We need a black candle closing out. I'll be in that. Which NASDAQ? This is the NASDAQ 100 NQ. Okay. We got 15 seconds till this candle closes. Let's see what we get. Stop will be on the high of this green candle. TP will probably be at the swing low. Alright. I'm in. Stop loss at the high. TP at here. Let's let it play out. See what happens. Instant stop loss? No, not. Oh yeah, I got stopped out on that. Okay, that one was a stop out. Quick stop out on that one. Yeah. Oops. Okay, that was a quick stop out on that one. It's still valid for another opportunity because we didn't wick the red SMA yet. If this candle also gives me a close, I'm still happy to take that. Alright, looks like this one's giving another opportunity as well. I'm in with that one. Stops at the high of that green candle's wick. TP will go at 1-to-1. At 21,379. Okay, slightly, just barely past this low. What time frame on? This is the 30-second time frame. Okay, okay, it's 2 stop outs. 2 losses on that one. What's up, Irving? I'm up 1K today, man. Should I just hop off? I mean, if you're done trading with your strategy and it's out of your trading window, then yeah. Did you actually enter? Yes. No, it went short on this one. Yeah, we had 2 setups, Saf. How are you unfazed? Because that's how you have to be. Nah, what am I going to be? Oh my god, I got 2 losses. Oh my god, maybe I should overtrade. Maybe I should try something else. No, bro. I've tested Hundreds of trades with the strategy. Exactly. Just another day following the system. Exactly. You have to have that mindset. There's days where it's gonna lose. There's days where it's gonna win. Yesterday we had a great winning day. Today we're gonna probably have a losing day if we don't get any more setups. And that's how it is. You're not gonna win every single day. The max kind of consecutive losses I saw with this strategy was 5, and the max consecutive wins I saw with this strategy in my testing was 9. So like, you gotta realize, since it has a like 62% win rate, it has around a longer win streak, but doesn't mean losing streaks are impossible. Still gonna be there. So you have to be okay with the losses. It was a little choppy though, but that doesn't kind of violate my thing. Hold on, let me see. Rita, he said something. All right, my back to strategy. I noticed these situations where there's one black, one green, one black, one green, chopping very close together. It doesn't work most of the time. Next candle on the trade, mostly gonna get close to the previous one. Yeah, I felt like I noticed that too, but I didn't want to trade off of like what I felt. I wanted to just apply the rules, but I'll keep that in mind for when I test more and see if that needs to remove it or help me with mindset and saw progress from that just alone too. A W, Chico. Great risk management mindset. Appreciate it. Hey, yo. Anything that speaks, pause. What was your short? So I entered off of this 200, not 200, sorry. This alligator, price going between the alligator, between the green and red estimates and giving a bearish candle out and stops at the high of that pullback. Both times got stopped out. It is what it is. I'm going to apply the strategy. I'm going to apply the rules. I'm not going to get emotional about it. So, what brand are your glasses? This said Alex said like glasses on TikTok. Any profits? No, he took 2 losses so far on the day. It was a little choppy, but that doesn't disqualify my trade. I haven't seen that I haven't had that as a rule. Plus 600 on 4 counts. GG's are. Have a good one. Time to wait. Let's go, Chico. W. What's up? Yeah, so I'm going to need this to come back down here for another opportunity. Because we already pushed back really strong. Ellie, I told you it's the Alex Sedlak glasses on TikTok. This is only for puts or shorts? No, it works for longs and shorts. You just want to play in the direction of the bias. Right now, bias is short because we're below the 200 SMA. We're downtrending, and the 200 SMA is sloping down. So we're going to have a bearish bias. Yes, I did a short. When I check my strategy, I usually end up taking trades later around 10:30 a.m. PST. I feel like I sit here since 6:30 anyway. Would it be fine to start trading on 9:30 PST instead? Oh yeah, 100% A1A resells. If you see your strategy performs a lot better and you get better setups at 10:30 a.m. or 9:30 a.m., then start trading on then. 100%. Sometimes strategies might work better midday or lunch hour or like after or later in the day. So if you notice that's better, test it and potentially trade in that time window. You gotta trade with the time window that works best. Not only for you, but also realistically, what time frame works best with your strategy. Or time window, sorry, not time frame. If you project it to drop back down, because why not do a put? Now, I don't project it to drop down. I'm saying if it goes down, I want it to go down, and then I'll get an opportunity. I'm not going to take any opportunities if it doesn't go all the way down here. So I want it to go here, and then give me an opportunity. I'm not saying it's going to go here. I'm saying I want it to go here. I don't predict where it's gonna go. I just wait for my setup, and then I react off price. I place my stop loss and TP, and I let it be. And then you're still short, yes. When I get my entry, because I only have a high probability trade. I'm only profitable if I enter on my profitable strategies entry. Other than that, not gonna work. My strat works really well for the London sessions. You think it's worth a shot? Trade London sessions very early mornings. It is what it is. That's what you gotta do. When you're above the estimate, how long until you look for a long? Wait, when you're above the estimate, how long until you look for a long? So if we're above the estimate, I want to see on the 30-second, I want to see the estimate slope up, and I want to see price above the estimate in the 1 minute as well. But we're really, really far from that, so I doubt we'll get a long play today. But that's what we'll have to see. Thing is pumping. Yeah, we're pumping a little bit, which is fine. Let me do a price read. I don't trade options built by 10. I trade futures, so I'm either going short or going long. Will account that being impatient going against the trend. Gotta follow the strategy, man. Bro, what? Why is Dara playing Clash of Clans? Did you catch short? Yeah, I traded short, but we ended up taking a loss. Any thoughts on Rolls Royce? Like the car? Gotta get a 3-star for me to follow those trades. There's no he's actually playing Clash of Clans. Wait, where do you see that? Oh, it's his Instagram story. Or he's making a clan for us on the DC on his IG. Wait, how though? What do you mean? The stock for Rolls Royce. I don't trade stocks, so I don't analyze like the Rolls Royce stock either. How many contracts you normally trade? Anywhere from 1 to 3. I caught a bottom wick after I lost. Yeah, I found it, CR7. That's on the orb strat 1-to-1 entries only, and total net points is percentage up for the year. I mean, that's solid. It's not bad, Maj. If that's what you've tested for the year, you can definitely try that and implement it and see how it is. Profit factor is pretty far away from 1, which is pretty good. If you can get a profit factor close to 2, that's very solid, which you have. Anything close to kind of 2 or higher is optimal. What's a good return on a trade? What do you mean? You ever use Webull for futures? No, I don't use Webull. I use NinjaTrader for futures. Any trades? Yeah, we took 2 losses, David. We took this first one and the second one right here, two losses. I haven't looked at the PNL yet, but yeah. These are kind of small, so we're probably not as down as we're probably lost less than how much you made yesterday. Maj, I'd recommend apply mechanically first, and then you'll build discretion with it as you continue to use it by noticing any new rules you can implement. So, I mean, you can't necessarily add discretion first. You got to add a little bit of, you got to trade it mechanically and then use your discretion to kind of loosen up some of the rules or add rules that lead to subjectivity. I want to start trading as Trade Locker the way to start. I don't use Trade Locker. I haven't used Trade Locker personally, but with a broker, 100% I'd recommend NinjaTrader. NinjaTrader is going to be your go-to. How much percent profit you look for a return? I don't necessarily look for a percent profit because I trade with fundeds with a prop firm, so it works a little differently than your own live. So it's a little different. I don't look for a percentage profit. This is like, oh, I already read that. But I just got TP edged by 1 tick and I'm lost. I'm going to go crazy. It happens, Yusuf. When was your last payout? 2 weeks ago. Or what trade copy you use? I use Replicanto. It's cracked. It's for NinjaTrader specifically though. But the thing is, you can copy like whatever. If you use multiple prop firms, you can use them to all copy together. How long between payouts? As soon as I can request one, I'll do it. But yeah, it depends on the prop. With Apex, it's every 8 trading days. With Top Step, it's every five trading days. Or 5 winning days. Yeah. I think Take Profit Trader has, and then instant. Take Profit has instant payout. What's up, CN? Respected SPX level and popped. But there's 5 winning days or trades. No, it's 5 winning days. Like of $200 or more, like total by the end of the day. Yeah, so I want to see this come all the way back down, break this low, and then pull back continue. That'll be what I'm looking for an opportunity. Yeah, we're pretty far from getting it set up. We need to dump all the way back down here, which is still valid though. I'm still open to that. You guys gonna run XFA or live up to at least 30K before you do that? Yeah, Top Step is like the go-to for no consistency rules. If they add it, that's gonna be annoying. Remy, what consistency rule is? Consistency rule just means a single day's profit can't exceed a percentage of your total profit. For example, with Apex, it's 30%. So a single day's profit can't be more than 30% of the total profit you've made on your funded account. So if your total profit you've ever made, let's say your 50K account is at 51K, you've made 1K profit, your single day's gain can't be greater than $300. And of course, let's say you're like, oh wait, but I have a day that's $500. What does that mean? How do I fix this? That means what you have to do is get more profit on your more total profit on your account, so that the $500 becomes 30% of a total profit. And we can do math to find what the total profit needs to be by doing 500 divided by 0.3. So we need a total of $1,666 profit for our $500 to be qualified as 30%. So 30% of our total profit. That's all it is. So consistency rule means a single day's profit has to be less than a percentage of the total profit. That's lame. It is lame. All these rules are in place for a reason. it does help. The thing is, it makes it a lot harder for traders who don't have the right habits and are unsuccessful, but it keeps good traders more in check and limits them from like diverging from their strategy and ensuring that they're trading with the proper risk management and sizing. So it's like a double-edged sword. Was that Apex? Yeah. But it's because so many people exactly that too. That as well. That's also a reason why. They have to like build barriers around that too, because they lose money when that happens. It's pretty common to see consistency rule of like anywhere from 30 to 50%. That's like the common ground. 20 is a little extreme, but some people also have that, and some firms also have that. I won't become day trader, but I don't know where to start. I'm broke, man. Baba Yaga, check out my YouTube series. Go to my YouTube channel, AroTrades on YouTube. Go check out my series. But if you only have $4 to your name, there's no reason you shouldn't be a day trader. You shouldn't be a day trader if you have $4 to your name. You can practice for free, but if you have $4 to your name, you should be focused on other stuff than learning how to day trade. First, you should get a job, and then once you get some income coming in, then start going into day trading. Because you can't make money without spending money. You gotta spend a little to make some. Things that's an actual strat on platforms they do lose money. That's exactly why they have the rule. Yeah, market does not want to get down, bro. I have a feeling we're just gonna randomly start dumping pretty soon. Guys, I know how to fix this. Okay, guys, I'm hopping off, so we're gonna wrap it up for today. I'm done trading, blah blah blah. So market, whatever you do, whatever happens to the market, I don't care. I'm done. I'm hop off. So, okay, now we just give it 10 minutes and we'll see what happens. We'll give it 10 minutes. I feel like Wednesday's the best trade day. Let's see if it worked. Never really profitable trying to use features for futures trading for income starting out anyways. Cut 2 dubs today. Fire. But definitely the best trade day. Come on. Leewalk, come on. 1L, 1W so far. Yeah, for me it's Tuesdays. Mondays, a little choppy. Even with the strategy and my testing, Mondays ended up not being the greatest. And Mondays are slightly below break even, so we probably might end up not trading the strategy on Mondays and just use the momentum strat on Mondays. Wednesday probably my worst all time. Honestly, got a few bangers on Mondays. Yeah, it is. Yeah. I mean, honestly, it depends. Depends on strategy. If you do better on Mondays, then that's your strat. Like, it's not universal. People might think it's universal, but it's not. Actually, so much chop. But yeah, I want to see this thing come back and break this swing low. That's what I'm looking for. Personally. You got a little bit to get there, a long while to get there. Dumpy inbound, better be. What's bias for today? Um, I had a bias for shorts, but right now my bias is it's still shorts, but I don't want to take any trades until we break this swing low to continue for shorts. Because my way of finding my bias is pretty simple. I look at the 200 SMA on the 1 minute and the 30-second because I trade on the 30-second time frame. Wish I never spoke. Nah, that's crazy, Lee Walk. Come on now. You cooked us, bro. You cooked us. But 200 SMA sloping down. I want to see that. I want to see price below the 200 SMA for a bearish bias. Yeah, price below the 200 SMA and the SMA sloping down as well. On the 30-second time frame and on the 1 minute time frame, ideally, to have a bearish bias. And vice versa for bullish. If I don't have both of those, then there's no bias yet. It's unclear. And if we have that, I also want to see a strong downtrend in the price action. Strong downtrend for me to want to look for a trade in the bearish bias. Where can I place a future? If you want to trade the futures market, go set up an account with Ninja Trader. Look into Ninja Trader and Built by 10. Go to my YouTube channel. Go to my A through Z series on my YouTube in my playlist on my account on my YouTube channel AroTrades. On my A through Z trading blueprint playlist, go to the video number 2 that'll break down what is futures, how it works, what is the market. So you get if you don't really know how it is. If you want to take a trade with it, use Ninja Trader 100%. All right, bro. You don't like options? I personally don't like. It's not that I don't like them. I just found them more complicated than they need to be, and I found more consistency with futures. I know there's a lot of money to be made with options as well. I just like futures because it's a lot more simple, a lot cleaner, and more. It's easier to learn and build a strategy around because you don't have to worry about too many factors affecting the price, or affecting how much you're making or losing. Even though I understood it, like theta decay, all the Greeks, implied volatility, strike price, and what in the money, out the money, whatnot. But it's still, I found more consistency with futures, and the fact that there's no theta decay makes it a lot better. No trade today. Now we had 2 losses today so far, but I'm open to play a bearish, like play to the downside. I just have to see more movement back down to the swing low. When does the market close? Market closes at 5 p.m. Eastern time. How much capital do I need to start my futures account? Well, I trade with funded, so that's a different story. But it depends on um, whether you want to go with fundeds or alive, and also depends on what market you're trading, because each market has its own margin amount. For a bullish trade though, because we could flip for a bullish bias, I'd have to see price come really high up and come above this SMA on the 1 minute, and I want to see the SMA slope up on the 30 seconds. So we have that potential as well. But I don't know if I'd be open. I'd want to take a bullish setup. We have a long ways to get there. We got a strong dumpy for the day, anyways. Such a rich boy. All right. Bro, did it reverse without me? I mean, we went a little slightly to the upside a little bit, but we're still in that bigger downtrend from the morning. All right, man, I'm at trading window. Yeah, we might, if you start to have weaker price action, we might also wrap it up. And we'll see if there are any setups later down. Because we made a long way down. I don't know if we'll get another setup, but yeah. But at the gym, see you tomorrow, boy. Let's go, IQ. I'll see you, bro. Have a good workout. No trade city, but let's start back to this chat with Algo. For sure. Or if you took out a NinjaTrader account and put 2,000, how much would you risk? Okay. If I were to have a 2,000 in my own NinjaTrader, I would risk. See, that's the thing with smaller account sizes. You got to go a little heavier to make something worthwhile. I'd want to risk around 50 per trade. Depends on the risk. The amount I risk also depends on my strategy too. But if my strategy that I'm risking, or the strategy I'm trading, was my current strategy, I'd risk around, could say, 2 to 3% per trade. We could say 2%. 2,000 times 2%, that's like $40. So you see, there's not much to be made, but that's why I like funders, because you have so much more scaling opportunity. How to use the alligator indicator? So the way I use it, I look at it, the green and red SMAs. I wait for price to come between the green and red SMA in our strong downtrend, like I did over here with the green candle. Came in there, and I want to see a black candle close out of the green SMA for an entry. And I don't want price to close or touch the red SMA. If it touches the red SMA, that invalidates it, like over here. We got to close out of the green SMA, but we also touched the red SMA, which invalidates our setup. LRW today. We had 2 L's today, Adrian. Two kind of small L's. But yeah, we wait for a strong trend and we wait for, after a strong trend, for price to pull into there like it is right now, and then a green candle close, for example, for a bullish setup. But we're not going to take a bullish trade because we're still in our bearish bias. You see the 200 SMA is still sloping down, and we're just barely above it right now. So we're just starting to maybe flip our bias, but not even yet. We're very far down. What up, Loki? Oh yeah, the Apex 90% got extended as well till June 1st, so you guys can cop those too as well in the announcements channel. You get more trades after the first two? No, I didn't. Not yet. Yeah, not yet, Matt. Yeah, it did. It got extended till It got extended till June 1st. Nah, that's crazy. We're in June. Can you teach me how to trade? I can't. Top K. I was reading that. I'm like, nah, there's no way. Top K. My beautiful Top K. I can teach you how to trade, but you gotta give me something in return. And I'm not talking about money. Just saw someone post it. Yeah. Yeah, that's the thing. The second month is 50%. That's the thing. So you don't want to be carrying it over to the second month, ideally. All right, boys and girls. Probably going to slowly wrap it up here. We're pretty far from getting it set up anytime soon. For a bear setup, we're going to need this thing to fall all the way back down here, which has a possibility, and we can definitely take that if it does. And for a bullish setup, we're going to need to also come all the way first up here, around there. So we're very far away. We had that opportunity, but Ian, appreciate you for the gift. But we're going to probably wrap it up here. I'm going to go take care of some other stuff I got to get done for the day. And then if we do get an opportunity, we can definitely take that. I'll let you guys know in the Discord if we do get that opportunity. But if not, then we'll have it wrapped up there, and I'll catch you guys in tomorrow's stream. All right, TikTok, we'll end it there. If there's a setup, again, you guys can join in the Discord where we trade live every single morning. And I will let you guys know if their opportunity does exist or does show up. Tune into that as well. Every single morning, 9:20 a.m. Eastern Time. We are live in there every morning. All right? With that being said, TikTok, let's wrap it up there. If you guys are still trading, trade with risk management. Use discipline. Follow your rules. Don't lose confidence in your strategy. And if you don't have confidence, that's probably because you don't have data to tell you that your strategy is profitable. And if you don't have that either, go and backtest and see if your strategy is profitable. All right? You guys got this shit. Lock in. Put in that work. All of you have that opportunity. Let's go, baby. Stay blessed, everybody. You guys got this shit. Let's go. All right, Discord. At the point, yes, Bones the E3. Yeah, try to get it passed within the first month. Try at that point, just cancel if it doesn't work, or just blow it. Yeah, that's exactly what you don't know. Don't cancel it, Matt. Never cancel it. Anytime you're about to end your funded account or the repayment's about to come, and you're in drawdown, or let's say you don't want to pay it. For example, for this Apex account sale, for example, I would say, try to do like a home run or try to like make it or blow it. But yeah, do that. If it resets at renewal, it resets at renewal. If you, oh, it resets like to 50K. Oh no, oh, it resets to thing. Okay. Oh, it's not anymore. Oh, you guys are right. Okay, so it is not 50% anymore. Now it's 90% off and then 80% the next month's. The 250K is also price is the same as to a 50K as well. The activation fee and the eval. So where's Aro? Can you see me? Can you hear me? What do you mean where's Aro? Oh. Bruh. Anyways, yeah, I'll send you guys. I'll send an announcement again, the update of it, of every detail about the discount. But you guys should be vibing. 90% off for the first month, and then 80% for the rest. $16 is literally pocket money for a 50K account, which is absurd. Also, don't just gamble away at your evals like doing the what's it called? I looked more into the banning shit. I know some people are talking about, oh, Apex banned eval, whatever, blah blah blah. Apparently, they're doing a review of the traders who just randomly gamble their evals off of bullshit. And make sure when you guys are trading your evals, you're also kind of applying your strategy. They're not like very strict on it, but make sure you're applying your strategy. You're not full porting to multiple accounts on CPI, and apply your strategy because they also pay attention to that as well. Okay, it's not just a PA. They want to make sure you can trade your eval like not stupid. Okay, apply your strategy, plain and simple. You can go heavier size since it's an eval, which is what I recommend. You don't want to treat it like you're funded. When you go to your funded, that's when you want to trade with proper risk management. All right, 1670 for the first month, 1333.40 for the next month. Yeah, exactly. All right, check it out. I'll send the announcement discount like right after the stream. Can you copy a different trade prop from like top stuff? Yeah, you can with NinjaTrader. You have to do NinjaTrader. That's why I like Replicanto, because you can do that. If you can connect everything on NinjaTrader, Replicanto will copy it all for you. So if you guys want to get that set up, unfortunately, I can't get my own affiliate code with Replicanto to give you guys a 20% discount, because with a code you can get a 20% discount on every purchase, but there's no standard code for that. So it's $200, but the discount is $160. Yeah, I've contacted them multiple times to see if I can get a code so I can give you guys a discount for that, $40 off, but they haven't responded back. I don't know. So yeah, Replicanto's cracked for copying trades, especially with multiple prop firms. I really like it, and there's no limit on how many accounts you can copy. All right. So that being said, y'all, I'll catch y'all tomorrow, even with a Tradeovate account. Yes, Tradeovate account will work on NinjaTrader because NinjaTrader actually bought out Tradeovate, so they're kind of like the same data feed. So whatever Tradeovate account you have, you can also log into that on NinjaTrader. All right. For sure. I just didn't like the Tradeovate software too much because it gave little bugs here and there in the copy or whatever. So NinjaTrader is my favorite, my go-to. No lag, no delay, perfect instant orders. It's beautiful. So try it out. I have a full video guide if you guys don't know how to use NinjaTrader as well on my YouTube. You guys can definitely check that out to figure out how to set up your funded accounts with that. If you have a Tradeovate account or any other prop firm, you can set it up with. That video will help set up NinjaTrader with your funded accounts and set up the platform as well. All right. I'll catch y'all tomorrow morning with the Discord. All right, boys. Actually, yeah, I'll send an announcement later today. But I'll catch y'all on the Discord tomorrow morning with the team as well. All right? Peace out, everybody. Have a great rest of y'all day. Stay blessed, y'all. I'll catch y'all again. Peace out, y'all. Let's go.